Okay, now we are talking about support and resistance, né? And I feel like this is the most important topic that you can understand in order for you to be a profitable, consistently profitable trader. Okay, if you want to draw a support and resistance on this chart, as you can see, this is a daily chart of, let me accept this guy in. This is a daily chart of USD CHF, né? So the first thing that you want to do when to find a support and resistance, here is the current price. Can you see here, there's this number that's saying 91150 or 91151 around there. So this is the current price. So, okay, no, it's fine. Don't worry. Ne? Okay, let me draw a vertical line here. Okay, here is my vertical line. Can you see my vertical line?
Yeah.
Okay, from the vertical line is our current price. So this is the USD CHF, which is the United States United States dollar, né? Versus Switzerland dollar.
France.
Yeah, France here. So now the current price, you look up to the left. This is the current price, the blue line, you just look up to the left when you are drawing your resistance. Né? So when we draw our resistance, we look for an area in the price that is touched at least 3 times. That's a requirement. But for me, as I teach in my video, I say it can be touched for 2 times, and then we are going to wait for the 3rd time to touch it and then confirm it as a support and resistance. So you don't only start drawing it once it's touched for 3 times. You start drawing it once it's touched for 2 times. So here, let's put our line here. I'm going to change the color to something like blue. Can everyone hear me? Besides, it's because you are the only one who confirming. Everyone else is quiet because I think there are other 2 guys here. Okay, I'm going to make my line here. Né? So we draw this line here. This is our first touch.
Yeah.
Can you see? First touch. So for us to be able to see if this is a correct or a confirmed resistant area, we're just going to move back in history. Can you see this has been touched here for the 2nd time around these lows? Can you see?
Yeah.
So we're going to continue going backwards. If we see another touch, then this is a confirmed area of support and resistance. Ne?
Support.
This is a resistance, actually. This is not a support.
Yeah.
This is we started by drawing a resistance. You see, I can confirm that as a confirmed area of resistance. Can you see this touch here? So this is the 3rd time, which is enough for me to satisfy this as a resistance area. So from where price is now, from here, if people decide to buy here, né? Because it depends on the strategy that you are using. And then when the market come and approach here, this is an area where a group of sellers are found. Is that clear? The line that I've just drawn is my resistance, and it's a group, it's an area where a group of sellers are found. Okay, you're gonna ask yourself, you're gonna ask yourself, okay, now I just drawn a line, but I'm saying something like an area, because area. The reason I'm saying it's an area is because you have to use those tools that we have on our MT4 or MetaTrader 4, né? And then come and draw your rectangle around the place where you identified as a resistance. Ne? So you have to draw your resistance there. And then now it's an area. So meaning price is allowed to come at the beginning of this area, in the middle, or at the end of the area. Ne? As long as price does not break and close above here, then this resistance area is still in control. So now let me try to move on and show you how to draw a support. Ne? The way that you use to draw a support, you look at current price. Remember, I said this. I don't know what color what color is this. I'm not too good with colors, but this color is almost like green. This color you look for is a current price. Now you look from it and then downwards. Look from it, look down and look to the left. Is that clear? From current price, you look down and look to the left in order for you to find a support line or a support level or a support resistance. You look from the current price, look down to the left. Ne? So that's how you draw your. Let me draw it on the chart.
Look down to the left.
Yes, you look down to the left. Then you look down to the left from current price. From current price. Look down.
Okay.
Mangiti,
oh, from current
yes,
price.
from current price.
To me, right.
No, from current price, your eyes must look down around this price and then moving to the past. You see, and then moving to the past. I hope that's clear.
Oh.
I hope that's clear. Now let me just change the color.
Yeah,
of
it's
this.
clear.
Let me change the color of this. Okay, let me draw our support here, because I want to change a color of this one to be red so that we can know a red one is there. It's a resistance. The blue one is the support. So this is the area in the market where a price recently bounced from. Do we all agree? This is an area where price recently bounced off now up to the current price. So I can say this is our support level. Why? Because it was touched here and also it's currently touched here. And what's nice about this, the price couldn't close below the level that I've drawn here. So we can draw it from this wick. You know what is a wick, Moss? A wick is these prices that go above and below a candle. So if this is a candle, if I can make an example with this one is a wick. Can you see that? Something like a pin on top of the candle and something like a pin below on the low of the candle. That's a wick. That's a candle wick. Okay.
Green and red because white.
Okay, not a problem. Okay, everyone, if you don't know, Unolwazi is new to trading. So also if you some of you might be having like 2 months in this trading, or I don't know, but we can cover whatever you would like us to talk about. So everyone can raise a hand, and if you are having a question, we will discuss it. So bar down, I'm gonna make red. Bar up, bar down, and then I'm gonna make back handle. Actually, I was supposed to make it blue, and then make bar down red, and then
Really super.
okay. Ish. I don't know how it looks now, but I tried something. Okay, let me change one of the color to, for some reason.
Gotta make the other one green.
Okay, make it green. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, let me try green.
Yeah, it's gonna appear much clearer.
Okay, I think I made a mistake because on bar down it's supposed to be red, and then on bull candle I can make it green.
Yeah.
Is it fine now? Can you see it now?
It's more clearer now.
All right, sure. Thank you. Okay, now I was back to what I was saying. This is the most recent area in the chart where price recently touched from and then reversed. Okay, or kind of moved up from the point where it touched. So this is our support. To confirm if this is a confirmed support, we're gonna go again, because now I will say this is the second, this is the one time. So this is the second time here it was touched. So let's look and see if we can find the third touch. Let's look backwards. Okay, I want to clear everything here and then move backwards, try to move backwards. remember the support is the blue line, the resistance is the red line. Another thing, you can shrink your chart to make it smaller. Okay, the blue one, I can see the blue one is touched from here. Ne? Do we all agree? The blue line is touched from here. Price was, let me change color to black, was going up, 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 break above the blue line and touch it and then reversed. Do we all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the test touch. So I can confirm this as a support level. So what we do now, to use these two levels now, the only thing that we can do is to wait for price to reverse and come here and buy around here and then hold until price hit the next resistance. Or else where price is now, you have to wait for it to come to the resistance. From the resistance is where you can sell again around the resistance level. So another thing is, for me, I trade a little bit different from other traders, because other traders, they like to fill the chart, like drawing another resistance level. Sorry, I can confirm this is a resistance level because it's touched here. It was touched as support and kind of support and some sort of support here. I can confirm. So they like to draw many support and resistance level on the chart. That, for me, that's not, it makes a chart a little bit messy. So after drawing these levels, Nolwazi, if you are still here, we can now move to the 4 hour and find more support and resistance level. From the 4 hour, this is the current chart. This is the current price. This is the current price from the 4 hour. So where we are now, it looks like we are at a level or at an area of resistance on the 4 hour. We can draw this on the 4 hour and then change the color. You can use your phone if you don't have a computer, it's still fine. You can change color to any color of your choice. I'm gonna change it to purple. Okay, so now you are not allowed to buy here because you are too close to a 4 hour resistance zone. Do you all agree? Also,
Yeah.
also we can, what we can do, we can extend this to the past. Then you're allowed to extend it to the past and extend it because now if I extend it, it will be a little bit clearer. Because can you see that this level was used as some sort of support, broken, I mean, then broken again, broken. I can't say this is a strong level because for me, it's been broken for quite a number of times. So to use this as a strong 4 hour resistance. So the same rules apply if you're still listening to me. From current price, you look down to the left. From current price, you look down to the left to draw your 4 hour support and resistance. From current price, you look up to the left. If you may allow me, can I pass this topic of support and resistance? We can cover it more if you still have some questions. What I can suggest you is to go to your charts and try to find these support and resistance. And then you can send me a screenshot. I will confirm to you that this is a correct level or this is not a correct level. Then I will also give you some explanations or some reason behind this is not a correct support and resistance. So now what else can we go to now? Let me check our charts.
Price action.
Okay. Price. Okay. If you don't know what, I remember when I started trading, I heard on YouTube, I heard on Facebook, I think, people were talking about price action. I was like, no, man, people, how can you be talking about price? I don't see price here. Where's the price? Because in my mind, when they talk about price, I thought about price that you find when you go to the store and buy yourself milk and buy yourself a cold drink. In my mind, I was having those thoughts like, I don't see price here. Where's the tag? Where's the price tag and stuff? So on Forex, price action is I would say it's a behavior of the market. It's how the price move. That's price action. So I'll make an example now. What I mean, when this market from this point here, it was going down, down, like chop it, chop it, chop it, chop. So if you can look closely here, there are those candles that having wicks. So that is price action candle that we are gonna call rejections or pin bars or dodges and stuff. Ne? So I don't know the easy way I can explain what is price action, but price action, I use it for me right now, where price is now. If price can go up and shoot up and shoot up and come here, if I see here on this level some rejections, I see some bullish or bearish engulfing candles, that's where I'll decide to sell, because now price is at a resistance level. So after the price produces a bullish or a bearish engulfing, that's where I'll buy. Okay, on a resistance, we look for a bearish engulfing. On support for bullish engulfing, bullish pins, dodges, as you maybe have saw my YouTube video. I like more the bearish engulfing candlestick that look like this it is formed by having two candles, one candle and the second candle completely engulfs or completely swallow the candle next to it. That's a bullish, or that's a bearish engulfing. So also something called an inside bar. I sometimes use it with trend continuation, but you can also use it with reversals. But it's a bit advanced, because now I'm not a friend of inside bars. Can you see here? We see a bearish engulfing candle that is formed on when the market was making a move lower. So we could have sold around here, took our profit around here. So now let me go to another topic. But you can still ask if you have a question. Okay, no, Lwazi, you have asked me how to analyze. Okay, I'll open I'll open a different chart. So for me to analyze, let us analyze even GBP USD is fine for me. It's fine for me. Let me change the color of this thing. I was gonna use the bar up as green, bar down as red. I know for some of you this is a very, very boring topic anyway, but it's something that because now if you're gonna say it's too boring, and then that means you're never gonna allow yourself to absorb the information and learn, because this thing you must bull candle make green. This thing you must know it in your sleep. In your sleep, you must. If someone wakes you up and say draw a trend line or draw something, support and resistance, you must not say come on. You see. So now the first thing I do, Nolwazi, always I come to the monthly, the highest time frame of them all. Are you still with me? So now I'm doing analysis now, because your question on WhatsApp was how to do analysis. When you do analysis, what you look for and what. Ne? So when I do my analysis, I look for those most likely at current price. I will do my support and resistance. Ne? From current price down to the left, from current price up to the right. So also, I'm not a very big fan of support and resistance, ne? But I do apply them. But for me, I use something else, but it's a topic for another day, called supply and demand zones. Ne? Supply and demand zones are similar to support and resistance. Supply is more like a resistance. Demand is more like a support. You can see most. It's something that's similar. Ne? So what I do, I look up to the left. So the last part of supply I can identify here is this one. I will tell you why. So price from here, the price dropped aggressively, removing this low. You agree with me? Are you with me? So what I mean when I say this is a low, the price was currently trending here and then reversed here. And we saw a couple of green candles. So when this price drop and break these two, the lows of these two green candles, then we have ourselves a supply area. So when I analyze, I will put my supply area there, or else for you, you can still put a support and resistance there, because, sorry, price touch here and price touch here for a second time, for third time here. So we can certify this as a valid area of resistance, or also for me it's an area of supply. Ne? So for me, when I analyze, I'm gonna go and look and draw a monthly demand. Guys, this thing, multiple time frame analysis is very important for trading success. So never just look at the 1 hour and trade the 1 hour without knowing what is happening on the monthly and weekly and daily. So this is an area where I can draw my, I'll change the color for this one, my monthly area of demand. I'll change the color maybe to blue. So why this is a monthly area of demand is because after price was going very, very strong down, why did the price not continue going down? It means someone here stopped the sellers and reversed the market. If I say someone there, it means there are banks buying orders there, which caused this area of demand. So this area of demand is caused by the banks, traders who were selling against this impulsive move of people who were selling from this trend. Okay, now I do have my monthly area of supply and demand. What I can do, if you like, because I taught you support, you can draw your support here. You are allowed, because the market touched here and touched here and even touched here. About 3 times. So now from the monthly, guys, we're gonna go to the weekly. On the weekly, we are allowed to have weekly area of supply and demand inside the one from the monthly. It's still allowed. Ne? Never say, we already have an area here. Why are you choosing for the second time? We have level on top of level. It's something that called level on top of level. But from the weekly, let me increase my candles. Let me increase my candle size so that everyone can see it. From the weekly, you do the same. From current price, look up to the left. You see? So the reason price is reversing now is at a weekly supply. This is a weekly supply. So we are allowed to draw our supply. So when you draw your supply, you draw it from the green candle that was going up, and also you combine it with the red candle that was going down. Is that clear? When the market was going up, there's this green candle. I will try to mark it in purple. This green candle, can you see it? Then there's this red candle next to it. So you use those 2 candles. So a supply can have a 1 to 6 candle in the consolidation, or can have 1 to 6 candle in the zone. So don't worry if it's still confusing. Just watch what I'm doing. So now I have my weekly area of what? Area of supply. So I'm gonna change a color for this, maybe to this crimson. So we know that price is inside an area of weekly supply. So also you can draw your support, your resistance there if you like, but let me stick to what I'm using. Let me stick to what I'm using for the purpose of this session. So now, price is inside the weekly. Let us look for a weekly demand. A weekly demand, I can say from this red candle, is my weekly demand. Do we all agree? Because price, you can see this candle was dropping very hard, and there was this one after it was dropping very hard. It made an impulsive move to the downside. And then violently, there was this blue candle that came out of the zone, and then came and test this level and try and come and test it, and then shot up. after shooting up, removing these highs here. So allow me to say this is my weekly area of demand and this is my weekly area of supply. So after drawing those, we're gonna go to the daily. Analysis takes time, guys. We're gonna go to the daily, then from the daily we do the same. Do the same and look for our area of supply and demand. But on the daily, obviously, our area of supply and demand is already here in the same box. So we don't have to look somewhere else. Ne? So I will do something like this when I do my analysis. But my charts are always clean. I won't lie to you. My charts are always clean because I know them by mind or I know them with just lines. But for the purpose of this video, I'll make them like this. Ne? I'll change my color here. This is my area of daily supply. So you are not allowed to buy inside the daily supply. Are you still with me?
Yeah.
It is not allowed to sell while price is there. We can only, it is not allowed to buy when price is inside the daily and weekly and even monthly area of supply. So now the daily area of demand can be found around here. Allow me to draw with this color. It can be found some there. Why there is because when price was going up, it it rest a little bit of rest and then shot up aggressively. So when price come from current price and come all the way here, this is where we can buy and expect to buy and reverse the market. So we're gonna use price action once price come and touch this area of demand. So if you are still with me, guys, I hope I'm answering the question, your question of when and why we use price action. We only use price action around this area of supply, around this area of demand. That's where we take price action into consideration because price action is all over the charts. Ne? So I'm done here with the daily. I can go to the 4 hour. I'm doing analysis as you asked me. From the 4 hour, I can start drawing my trend lines. You see? Now, when price was inside the weekly area of supply and demand, this is where I could have sold. Can you see I have a limit order here? If you don't know limit orders, it's an order to buy above current price, which is a sell limit. A buy limit is an order to buy below current price. It's a buy limit. You can see I wanted to sell here because price is inside the weekly supply. Can you see? So now price broke the trend line, is currently going up. So if you like, you can sell here immediately and put your stop loss above here, somewhere here or somewhere here, and depending on your risk appetite. So this is how you do analysis, Nolwazi. So you start from the monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour. You can still go down to the 1 hour. And then if we're gonna go on the 1 hour, I don't like to keep my charts like this, guys, but I'm keeping it for the purpose of this analysis. You see now there are so many colors here. It can get you confused, but I know for that this one is a daily area of supply, this one is a weekly, and also a monthly, and so on and so forth. So when we come here to the 1 hour, you're gonna draw an inside trend line again. Can you see if we were using the 1 hour, we could have got an early entry around here. Do you all agree? The reason why we see GBP is falling or is dropping is because price recently touched an higher time frame area of supply and demand. That's why it's dropping. It doesn't drop. Yes, you can ask. Okay, let me try and explain again. So now we are on the 1 hour. We are looking for the entry inside the area of supply. when you're looking for an end inside the area of supply, you can use a trend line. You know a trend line. Also, a trend line is a diagonal form of support and resistance. So it's going to be confirmed once, it's going to be charged once. But for this purpose, we are not looking to draw a valid trend line, but we are looking for the momentum. Because now, okay, let me try. And okay, now when we draw a trend line, we can draw a trend line for two main reasons. We can draw a trend line just for trend analysis. We can draw a trend line for momentum analysis. So if we draw it for momentum analysis, we draw it from this low here to this low here, and then until here we extend it to the future. Why are we talking about momentum trend line? We know that the momentum is to the upside, even though price is inside the daily, weekly, and monthly supply. Do we all agree? Price is still in a bullish momentum, while price is inside an area of supply in the daily, weekly, and monthly. So for us to know that the momentum is changing now, it's time to sell. We draw this trend line from these lows, this low. If the trend line is breaking, then we can sell here instantly, put our stop loss there, and ride the trend. Ne? Is that clear? Or you need some more explanation?
Oh, sorry. We are cut off.
Okay, maybe it's a network from your side. I don't know, other guys, can you please guys confirm, did you hear what I was just saying about momentum and also about trend line for trend trading trend lines? Okay, the reason for drawing trend lines is because we are trying to identify the trend, we are trying to identify the momentum. So sometimes we are trying to identify the entry. You can put it as like that. Can you other guys hear me? Can you confirm us through it? Because is saying I'm breaking now. Okay, we have our momentum trend line. We have our trend line for identifying the direction of the trend. Hey, guys, I don't like speaking English, honestly, but I'm forcing myself to speak English because now I speak Xhosa. Some of you people I know are Zulus. So maybe there's someone here in the meeting who doesn't understand Xhosa or Zulu. But anyway, let me try to speak this English. To draw our momentum trend line, which was tested here, and the price went up. Now, when the price breaks, you are allowed to sell here because price is breaking the trend line at an area of resistance. So what else can I cover before we finish this webinar? I think it's long enough now. What else can I cover?
Right?
Okay. For end, okay, for an entry, what you do, you know that your price is at an area of supply. When price is in the area of supply, we only look to sell. I'm not saying repair, underline the word, you do not sell, but you look to sell. I know some can sell immediately and make money, but that's not a good way or the correct way of thinking. So you look to sell. So once the price enter here, you draw your trend line. You draw my trend line now. Of course, you can draw your trend line even here. You see? Why are you drawing the trend line? Because it was touched here and
enter where?
You enter here once the trend line break. You see the candle that break the trend line must be at least a momentum candle. When I say momentum candle, it must be a candle that does not look like this. You see this one? So this one are not a momentum.
The long one.
Yeah, the one with longs, upper and lower wicks. They are indecision candles. You see, those are indecision candles.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed to sell if this candle was an indecision candle. You only sell here if this candle is a momentum candle, meaning it have very short upper wick and very short lower wick. Yeah? So that's how you gauge your entry. So I don't know what can I cover before we close this webinar. Because now I must oh, okay. Because I must not overload you. Ne? Okay, since we entered here, okay, allow me to clear this chart. Allow me to clear this chart and make a more clearer chart. Ne? All right, we know that price around here is in the area of a daily supply. So now if we're gonna use the 1 hour for entry, you're gonna draw your area of support and resistance as well here. Ne? So when we draw our trend line, if you are still with me, Lwazi, you draw our trend line there like that. You can even draw this one, inner trend line. So once price break and close here, you are allowed to sell because this trend line is broken. Are you with me? You are allowed to sell here after. But when you sell, you don't sell when the candle is still opened. You wait for the candle to close. Make sure it's finished, it's closed, and then you put your stop loss above the high, and ride the trend. Can you see how we could have made money here? You could have made money here because the area. So for exit, before I finish and close this webinar, you exit around this low or around these lows, depending on your risk to reward ratio. Let me show what is the risk to reward ratio now. Yeah? This is the risk to reward ratio. So just pretend that I entered this market using this standing order somewhere there. Can you see the two lines, the green and the red one? Pretend this is my stop loss. Ne? The size of your take profits must be 2 times or 3 times the size of your take profit. So in other words, use the crosshair and count the number of pips. From my stop loss to the entry, it's roughly 30 pips. Ne? So your exit, you can do the same and count from your entry, the green line. Use the crosshair and drag your crosshair to down. At least 600 pips. So you can exit around here, which is our 600 pips is met there. So from there, no, not from there. Let me check again. I think our 600 pips is, or 600 points is met around here, around these lows. Are you still with me, Lwazi?
Yeah.
Yes, allow me to say you end at here at this green line, which is my limit order, and your stop loss was here, and then your exit can be here, your first take profit can be here, or else you can hold your trade all the way here, depending if you are a swing trader or you are a scalper or you are a day trader. Understand me? So that is how you can identify your exit, by drawing your additional 1 hour support and resistance, because you have entered your trade in the 1 hour anyway. So you must take note the 1 hour and 1 hour supply and demand, 1 hour support and resistance. So guys, I think this is the end of this webinar, because I've just said enough. Now you can ask me a question directly on WhatsApp if you have any other question. I'd like to thank everyone who are attending this webinar, and may you all have a profitable month or day or even week. It's Friday today. NFP, I think in 10 minutes. So the market is going to be aggressive and be volatile. So until next time, thanks so much for attending. So if there's something that is still unclear, don't hesitate to send me a DM on WhatsApp. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.